In today's podcast episode, we delve into the recent discovery of a critical vulnerability identified as CVE 2024-54887. This security flaw affects TP-Link TL-WR940N routers, specifically versions v3 and v4 with firmware 3.6.9 and earlier. The vulnerability can potentially allow attackers to execute arbitrary code, elevating their access to the root user level on the affected devices. The TP-Link TL-WR940N is a widely used router model offering wireless connectivity solutions. The affected versions in this case are v3 and v4, with firmware versions up to 3.16.9. These routers are prominently used for both residential and small business purposes, providing essential network services. CVE 2024-54887 is classified as a buffer overflow vulnerability. This type of security issue arises when more data is written to a buffer than it can hold, potentially leading to code execution opportunities for attackers if exploited properly. The specific buffer overflow in the TP-Link TL-WR940N routers occurs through the dnsserver1 and dnsserver2 parameters user rpm/t4 tunnel cfgm.htm endpoint. An authenticated attacker can exploit this flaw to execute arbitrary code on the router, gaining root access. A proof-of-concept exploit has already been released by security researchers, highlighting the critical nature of this vulnerability and the urgency required for addressing it. To mitigate the risk posed by this vulnerability, it's crucial for users of the affected TP-Link routers to check for any available firmware updates from the manufacturer. Staying updated with the latest firmware patches will protect against potential exploitation. Security remains a continuous responsibility, and addressing vulnerabilities like CVE 2024-54887 promptly is essential for maintaining a secure network environment.